The SpiderControl AutomationBrowser is designed specifically to the needs of automation. It is able to visualize all kinds of Web-HMIs hosted directly on PLCs and to feature a station list which allows the user to navigate between the different HMIs without leaving the automation browser's context, avoiding the user to exit to the OS. This all works well as long as there is a user manually working on the panel. But in some cases you would need the PLC logic to have a certain degree of control over the panel. For instance, if you need to lock the screen when the machine should not be operated, or to wake the panel and switch on the backlight when it is in sleep mode and something unexpected happened in your process. If you could send the browser to the HMI of the PLC where the problem came from, that would be even better. This can now be done in a very simple way. The automation browser has been extended with the SpiderPLC. This means it contains a simple function block description logic that can be programmed directly with a standard browser. The SpiderPLC can be connected to other PLCs using industry protocol drivers like OPC UA, Modbus or ISO-on-TCP, but it also includes functional blocks that allow you for controlling what the browser does, like make a URL jump, switch on or off the backlight, lock the touch screen, etc. So let's have a look at it.
Okay, so the first thing I did is using our PC-based HMI editor just to define this start HMI and to define the two drivers. I have added two OPC UA drivers referring to the respective PLCs in order to access the variables. Next thing is we have here our browser-based HMI editor and function block description editor, and I have added a sheet which will contain the respective functional blocks. So here we have a section called microbrowser, which will allow us for accessing directly functionality of the online client. So I've used this URL jump functional block. I give him the URL of a PLC which is within our network here, and everything is controlled by this PLC variable which is accessed by OPC UA. So this var1 is found here, and this will allow the PLC to trigger the function to let the client jump. The second functional block is this one, to lock the touch screen. This is controlled by the second variable which we've got here, var2. And the third thing is we will write a container to an internal container of the microbrowser to turn it on again, to avoid him from to bring him back from sleep mode to awake mode. And we will now exit the edit mode and start the debugger and have a look at the functionality. So this is our online debugger. We see the value of the variable, and the first thing we can do is we will jump to this PLC just by triggering this variable, and we now see that we're online on this view. I can switch the bulb, and with this functionality I can toggle the state, and I will trigger the function to block the screen, and now my interactions will be blocked, will not cause any action again. I will enable it, and I'm back in operational mode. So the touchscreen is now enabled again. Next thing we will show, we will first enable the sleep mode, so the panel will fall asleep, and with this trigger I'm able to bring it back to life. So here we're again.